Reddit mods are next level, especially when they're wokies, and the Assassin's Creed Reddit has some definite wokey moderators that are wanting to silence criticism. If you've been paying attention to Assassin's Creed Shadows, you know that there's this whole outrage with the game as far as historical accuracy goes and respect to Japanese culture. In fact, we've been covering this petition, which is already closing in on 100,000 signatures. Any day now, it will be over 100,000. This is made by Japanese people. The Japanese community feels disrespected by Ubisoft, by Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it goes beyond just it's a black guy as the main character. No, it's an actual country feeling disrespected by the game. We saw that non-apology that Ubisoft brought out, where essentially they said, hey guys, this is supposed to be historical fiction. Right? Yeah, nice excuse after you tried to portray Yasuke as some legendary historical black samurai and you were embellishing on his actual history when it's all fictional. Thomas Lockley was the guy that they used as a source to inspire them to put Yasuke at the forefront of this game. And it's backlashing, guys. This game has caused so much outrage that Ubisoft actually had to go out and make that cringe statement that we covered. But now it's getting too hot for them, apparently, in the Reddit. Grumps posted this saying, Reddit's Assassin's Creed moderator says that no matter what Ubisoft says, Yasuke as samurai is a fact, and anyone saying otherwise would be banned. Yikes. So I guess the Reddit mods, I don't know if Ubisoft actually runs it or Assassin's Creed developers actually run it, but the moderators are going full Nazi in there, full ban hammer, even though Ubisoft came out and said that it is debatable whether he was actually a samurai or not, but in their story, he is. So it's gotten to this point where Reddit just wants to silence it, guys. This is nuts. This is the lengths that these wokies will go to protect a narrative that is false for DEI points. The only reason why they are fighting so hard for Yasuke is exactly what they're blaming us, the right-wing grifters. They're trying to say it's a racism thing. Well, no, it's a racism thing with you guys. If you read Alyssa Mercante's article the other day, she literally blames all this outrage on straight white male gamers. And Stacey Henley also said racism is what Ubisoft failed to call out. So they want this to be a race issue. And they're going to the fact where instead of apologizing and correcting things and making sure the fan base is okay, they put the Japanese community to the side. You guys have been coming over here, all you Japanese gamers, you've been coming to my channel, leaving great comments, voicing your concern for this game. I appreciate all you guys. We've gotten a whole new audience here, and that's awesome. So Grum says, by this logic, Ubisoft itself would be banned for posting their apology there, as they themselves admit the matter is under debate. And yeah, so we're going to take a look at this. This is an actual mod posting rules, literally rules on their freaking Reddit, threatening to ban people that are putting this debate. So this is a very wordy post, and we're going to try to get through this. So just bear with me. This is ridiculous. So you can see the title is literally, there is no debate. Yasuke was a samurai. If you disagree, you could do that somewhere else. Honestly, guys, all you defenders of this, all you defenders of, it's just a whole bunch of right-wing grifters that are fake outrage, can you please defend this? Can you please defend this behavior? Just the title alone shows how ridiculously unhinged these wokies are. This is not imaginative, guys. Again, we have a petition with almost 100,000 signatures. We have people upset about this. So they say, with the reveal of Assassin's Creed Shadows, there's been an influx of certain individuals spilling into various communities online, such as the subreddit, and raising arguments about historical accuracy. As we are all exhausted of this tedious discussion, of course it's tedious because you guys are getting backlash and flamed, that has been endlessly talked to death, not to mention exasperate. I always have this mush mouth. Exasperated, right? Exasperated. Basically, the outrage is too much. by a recent official statement from Ubisoft, we would like to give a final reminder to those participating in these debates as to what exactly this franchise entails and why there was never any point to these discussions to begin with outside of thinly veiling bad faith intent. So they literally just said there was never a point to this debate of whether he was a samurai or not because it's all in bad faith intent. Imagine being in that much of an echo chamber to where you don't want opposing opinions, where your fictional history over somebody is fact, even though it's been proven wrong, even though Thomas Lockley has been proven to have edited Wikipedia and Encyclopedia Britannica pages. He's literally made a 400-page fictional biography. Other people have called him out. Other historians have called him out. It's gone to the Japanese government. And you guys that are moderators, you rainbow-haired, colored, LGBTQ pro fucking weirdos, are just closing your ears and saying there's no point to this discussion. That's what it is handling with these people. Oh, Eric, but the right-wing grifters are just... No, the right-wing grifters are not just as bad. This isn't even a right-wing grift anymore. This is censoring free speech. This is censoring people for debating or going against what you guys want. This is basically you guys shunning a whole community, a whole country of Japanese gamers, trying to say that it's a whole bunch of white guys. You have fucking journalists that are actually activists that are making all these hit pieces trying to call us out because we're outraged about it. It's ridiculous, the lengths that they're going to protect Yasuke. Now you can see they said Assassin's Creed is historical fiction. This means that while certain locations, events, and figures may be based on reality and can even have a slight focus on accuracy, their depictions are largely exaggerated for the sake of a more enjoyable video game. Okay, I can completely understand that, but do you guys not see that you guys are also trying to put the actual debate of a real human being and Yasuke, whether he was a samurai or not? And leading up to this, you guys literally introduced him as an actual historical figure, and we're focusing on this. And you've had people that work with Ubisoft saying that we'd actually learn Japanese history. And now that the backlash is getting much, they're kind of doing mental gymnastics whether this is historical fiction or not. And this is Ubisoft's fault for even doing this. If it's going to be fiction, why didn't you just make a brand new character instead of using Yasuke? You could have made a black man that's not Yasuke and make a fictional story about him. The problem is that you're actually messing with Japanese history and promoting it as such, and that's why Japan is pissed off at you guys. If it was a fictional character, yeah, people would still give the game shit, but it wouldn't be as heated as it is right now. They said, while all of our player protagonists have been fictional to date, the introduction of Yasuke has given some people the false impression that the above rule does not apply. It still does. Yasuke, who is a samurai, as confirmed by multiple reputable historians around the world, including for Japan, may not have held as large as a role in the real world as he does in Shadows. This is okay. It is a video game. You are not meant to use Assassin's Creed as a source book for actual historical knowledge. It is meant to compel you to do your own external research after immersing you in a glimpse of authenticity. For a helpful list on how this is generally portrayed across the series, you may explore the following links. So they link some stuff. They're basically trying to say that historical accuracy doesn't matter. Can you imagine the outrage if this was flipped in the favor of right-leaning stuff, how these liberals, how these wokies would be acting about stuff not being accurate? It's always weird because these guys even do revisionist history with actual history being taught in school and stuff. They focus on woke ideologies and hating the white man and the colonizers and all this shit. And it's cringe at this point because when it doesn't matter, when it goes against them, that's when it doesn't matter. They're like, oh, well, accuracy doesn't matter. And they just fuck off. All right. So you can see right here, they basically say, fuck off, everybody. We're not here in this community to debate on historical record. Most of us understand as fans that while these games provide us a great look into what historical settings could have felt like and have fun comparing them to actual record, we do not chase accuracy within this franchise and primarily play for other reasons. So if you're specifically here to leave comments about your displeasure about Yasuke's inclusion or various other inaccurate details that have been pointed out in Ubisoft's depiction of feudal Japan, it is time to understand that this is not the place for the discussion, and it never will be. So no, all criticism, all backlash doesn't matter. You're out. You're being moderated. Wow. wow, this is not a good look. Feel free to take your displeasures elsewhere, away from this franchise and its communities. And then in bold down here on the bottom, says any further comments attempting to dispute Yasuke's social status, disparaging his inclusion in game, or containing statements bordering on concerned trolling for historical accuracy will be swiftly removed and met with a ban. Yikes. And this is what the wokies want, guys. You don't agree with us, you're not in the echo chamber, you will be banned. Right? So that, if 100,000 of these signatures went to that Reddit right now and voiced their concerns, which they're doing it on this page as we speak. We got so many comments in here, so many updates, people actually saying what they feel about it, saying why they're signing. All these people would be banned from this Reddit because these people can't take the heat. These people have to protect this woke narrative that Yasuke was some legendary samurai, and they hide behind, it's just a video game, guys. It's not real life. It's an adaptation. But no, you used Lockley as an official source on your podcast. You used his writings. So what is it? Is it fiction, or is Yasuke really a samurai? Like, you guys are crossing and contradicting yourselves constantly, and that's why Japan is pissed off. And Ubisoft had to make that statement that didn't even say the words "I'm sorry." And I've seen wokies go, is it ridiculous that Ubisoft has to come out and say, hey guys, this isn't real, it's a video game? No, y'all's logic is fucking retarded. What's ridiculous is the fact that you guys still can't see the forest through the trees in regards to how disrespectful it is to take a country that respects their culture as much as Japan does and literally shit on it by having a big black bulking guy cut off heads of Japanese people to hip-hop music and call him a samurai. And if people have any kind of questioning of it, they're banned. That's ridiculous. It's nuts.